Hello, welcome to the self-learning podcast by Dr. Sushma Singh. Let us start discussion on Unit 27, Gender and Social Stratification, and our topic is the Indian context. According to Kalpana Bardhan, although the family is the salient unit of analysis for stratification studies, whether based on class or caste analysis, it is not quite sufficient situated within the broader framework. The division by sex and the status of women affect its properties of stability and dynamics. In Indian society, besides family as a basic unit of stratification, the role of kinship, family and everyday relationship, the role of male head of the family, status equality between men and women are some of the questions which needs examination. Michael Mann discusses patriarchy, economy and class structure. According to Mann, compartmentalization of women persists despite involvement of women in politics, development programs and processes of feminism. Indian society has been divided into Purush Jati and Stri Jati. To conceptualize women and write about them, Nita Kumar suggests 4 ways to deal, that is, by making women the object of human gaze, by seeing women as actors and subjects, by giving them a prerogative of males, by focusing on the patriarchal ideological discursive within which women exist and which seemingly control them without a chance to get out of them, by looking at the hidden subversive ways in which women exercise their agency. She raises some questions like desirability of having women as subjects and to replacing of masculine, rational, free subject into a feminine one. According to Monisha Bahel, work in Manipuri district in West Uttar Pradesh, women's lives in the village are full of gloom and sadness because of work overload, bad health, druggery and poverty. Madhu Kishwar and the Ruth Vinita pose the women's questions by highlighting the incompatibility of Indian constitutional law, violence, aggression and crimes against women. Mahatma Gandhi viewed that women have infinite capacity of sufferings because she is the mother of man, has also been critically examined. Joanna Liddell and Rama Joshi studied the Indian woman in context of interconnections between gender, caste and class. They explained that the patriarchal upper caste tightened both caste and gender division as they consolidated their economic supremacy and defended challenges to that supremacy. Women's movements in India have mainly focused on those issues which seem to cut across boundaries, such as violence against women, work-related inequalities, access to education and employment, health, social recognition of work of housewives and remuneration of their work, political repression and underrepresentation, price rise, etc. Rising issues of the exploitation and the oppression in different spheres of life, that is, family, marriage, economy, religion, and politics. Feminists seem to cover a large vista of gender concerns in these diverse Indian contexts. In all kinds of writings, it has been admitted that the patriarchy, stratification system, and status of women are closely interrelated, and any kind of positive change in the status of women would be an attack on the patriarchy and stratification system. Through the symbolic analysis, unequal practices have been seen express deep-seated cultural valuations of what it is to be a masculine and feminine. Leela Dubey discusses the relationship between man and woman by using metaphoric concepts of seed and the earth in various patrilineal cultures as justification of gender asymmetry. Women in literary writings have been projected in a conservative form. In the last 3 decades, a large spate of writings on various aspects of gender inequality challenge the invisibility of women in economy, denial of unemployment, decision making, and violence and crime against women as male privileges. The abolition of landlordism and the breakdown of its socio-cultural milieus have affected women in a positive manner. Mencher and Sarada Moni find that the female income is essential for below poverty line houses. Most of the women are engaged in 3 types of work: participation in the traditionally defined labor force, domestic work plus activities like alone. Even these women are victimized because their sex and poor economic background. Karuna Ahmed finds 5 trends in women's employment: clustering of women in a few occupations, clustering either in low status occupation or in the low rungs of the prestigious profession. Women receive low salaries than men. High proportion of highly educated and professionally trained unemployed women. Studies suggest that women's professional locations reflect their position in society in terms of caste and class backgrounds and educational achievements. Perceptions regarding status among women are shaped by modern education than the traditional values regarding marriage and family. Agnihotri and Agarwal gave preference to Marxist approach in analyzing women. Agarwal proposes that a number of questions which would have a bearing on gender relations will get obfuscated in the organization of production and relations of production. But despite the metaphor of reforms and individualization of women, emphasis on chastity, patriarchy, division of labor, sacredness of marriage, seculation with the household has persisted. Now let us wind up the session and take rest. Thank you very much for engaging yourself with the self-learning podcasts.